I think it's over to you, Mansi, now.
Thank you, Usha. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. A very good evening and a warm welcome to the UCW session today. UCW stands for University Canada West, and I'll be referring to it as UCW on the webinar today. And I hope all of you have been doing good. All of you have been staying healthy and safe. Before we begin the presentation and the informative session, a special note of thanks to our very trusted partners, Blue Sky Immigration. So thank you so much, Usha, Shelvin, everyone at your office, the entire team at Blue Sky Immigration. This actually is a very good platform that they've given me today to connect with all of you all as potential students. And I really hope this session today will be insightful and informative. And I'm going to throw light on study in Canada in general, UCW in particular, of course. Now, an official round of introduction. Usha has already done that. However, my name is Mansi, and I'm the Senior Business Development Manager with University Canada West, and I'm very much based in India. And the purpose and the agenda of this session is, of course, it's a virtual one because of the situation, this is the best platform to connect with all of you all. Is, as I said, we'll give you some information on the IRCC updates. We'll give you a general bit of information on study in Canada, particularly in BC, and then, of course, a very detailed information on UCW. Now, today on this session, because we have a couple of students, I do not know if you are basically looking at the postgrad studies or the undergrad studies. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cover everything absolutely for you guys. So just in case if you're looking only at postgrads and not undergrads, however, I think the information can be useful to share with your juniors or your cousins, your friends, just in case if need be. So as Usha rightly mentioned, without wasting any more time of yours, you all have logged in on time and dot on time, I'll say. Much appreciated. We'll dig into it. We'll get into the presentation. It's going to be a short and a sweet one, so it's not going to take very long. Do not worry. Stay with us till the end. And once we end the short PPT and presentation, I'll be happy to take all your questions and I'll be happy to assist you with all your queries and concerns that you may have. So let's begin with the informative session on UCW today. I will first begin with the location of University Canada West. Brock Dykeman, the image that you see on my screen happens to be our president. However, the most interesting thing for you guys as students is, now, whenever you plan to study abroad, and whenever you pick and choose a university, as we know, there are certain parameters that each one of you follow. And there are certain criteria that, it's like a tick and a check mark and a list that you follow. One of it happens to be the location. So I'm going to touch upon all these aspects which are important and detrimental in the decision, beginning with the location, then the program, the ranking, the future prospects, the financial part. So this is how we are going to cover the small presentation today. Now, to begin with, the location at UCW itself happens to be a very strategic one. It's a very beautiful location, a centralized location, which comes with its own benefit. We are located in Vancouver, and as you know, Vancouver is based in British Columbia. So the province is British Columbia and the city is called Vancouver. The tall building that you see on my screen right now, friends, this is the campus. We call it the Vancouver House, and this, in fact, is a newly inaugurated campus. The old one is just 10 minutes away from the image or the picture that you see on the screen. However, since the fall of 2020, we have shifted to the new campus. This is an amazing campus. Trust me, you can Google it later, or you may go onto the YouTube and check for the videos that we have put up. The insides of the campus are also very beautiful. So it's a state-of-the-art facility, classrooms and labs that you have. And it's a very centralized location, as I was saying. So that means we are located in heart of the city. So, you will not be placed in any remote suburban areas. So you as students have many benefits when the location is so centralized, and which is downtown location. First, of course, comes the safety and security. It's a very safe environment out there because, again, logically, because it's a crowded area, as you see. And then, other benefits like commuting to and fro, public transportation, part-time jobs, everything becomes easy. So it's a very beautiful location, a very strategic location that you can look forward to, just in case if you choose UCW as your preferred study destination. Second important aspect, as I said, of course, which is, I will say the most important aspect is the standing of the university, the recognition of the degrees, the programs, etc. Important to know. Now, UCW primarily, we are a business and commerce oriented university. What this means is that all the degrees and programs that we offer are basically widely related to business and commerce. So yes, we do not have any technical programs as offerings for you guys, but we have some very sought after programs and very interesting programs that we can offer. Before we get into the programs, a bit about the accreditations. Accreditations would mean rewards and recognitions. All the degrees that UCW offers are basically ACBSP recognized. In a layman's language, or if I were to simplify this, what this means for you as students is, after completion of the degrees, they are going to give you global recognition and global value. So not only in Canada, but even if you happen to relocate to any other country, you happen to come back to the home country, which is India, it's going to serve a lot of purpose. Again, a basic difference, which I'm sure if you're aspiring students or if you are potential students wanting to go to Canada, there are two kinds of institutes in general. As I said, in between, I'll take this opportunity to throw some light on the Canadian education system as well. So here we go. You have colleges and then you have universities. So colleges basically will cater to your needs of short-term diplomas. So it could be diplomas at the undergrad level, or it could be PG diplomas at the master's. But universities is all about degree programs. Now, since we are a university, we offer only degree programs both at the graduate level and the undergraduate level. Now, let's quickly get into the interesting programs that we offer. A very short and sweet program portfolio that we have, not many programs on board. However, having said this, the fact is they are the most sought after programs, at least amongst the Indian community of students. So the first program or the graduate degree that we offer for our students who would have done their bachelor's in India or from any other country is a very interesting program. The name itself says so. It is MBA that we offer, which is Masters of Business Administration. Now, since this is a post-grad degree program that we offer, naturally the duration of the program is going to be 2 years. So it's not a one-year short-term degree program. It's a full-time 2 years degree that we offer and that you will be awarded. And we offer many specializations that you can look into. So we have something like marketing, under which you get to study digital marketing as well. You have HR, finance, entrepreneurship, leadership. All of these core subjects of business and management are available for you to pick in the second year as specializations. And it's already ACBSP recognized, which we just discussed on the previous slide. Now I'm about to discuss some interesting facts, or I'll say, let's discuss the admission criteria. UCW is a very student-friendly university. I'll discuss the entry criteria and the facts about certain admission criteria, and I'm sure all of you will agree with us. We give a wide opportunity for students to join from any stream. So what I'm trying to say here is, because it's a core MBA, and I guess globally this holds true, students from any stream can apply with us and join our MBAs. So not only business and commerce naturally, but we have students from technical backgrounds like engineering, dentistry, pharmacy as well. So yes, all of you are welcome to apply for our MBAs. Your previous education stream will not matter. And the best part here is, or the biggest relief here is, we are happy accepting 12+3. That means we are happy accepting even 15 years of education. So just in case if you have BA, BScs, BComs, you need not worry about the 12+4 or 16 years of prior education. You're still happy. We are still happy to welcome you, and you are welcome to apply with our MBAs at UCW. Similarly, work experience is very welcome, very much appreciated, but it is not a mandatory requirement. What this will mean for you again is, if you are a fresh graduate from 2019 or 2020, again, you are accepted and you are welcome to apply with us. GRE, GMATs are also not mandatory. So now what do we look into, or what are the entry criteria? We very closely look into the results in your bachelor's. That is, whatever your last degrees or qualifications are in India, the CGPAs, the GPAs, or the percentages are very closely looked into. That's an academic requirement which we do not compromise on. And the second one is an English test. So when I say English test, it could be anything like IELTS, but only academic IELTS. We have yet not started accepting general IELTS. And it could be Duolingo, TOEFL, PT, anything. But I know the most popular test for a student going to Canada is always going to be IELTS. So our requirement is 6.5 overall, writing 6. Just in case, if we have students who have lesser score than the required in IELTS or English, you need not get disheartened. We still have an option for you. You can still go ahead with our MBAs, but you need to do an additional 3 months of English put together with your MBA. So it's a combined offer letter, but yes, you do have an option. This is only for students who do not meet the direct English requirement. Otherwise, as I said, the requirement is very simple, 6.5 overall, writing 6, and you're good to go. So this is a bit about how transparent our admission criteria are and how easily you can get into the MBAs at UCW. Now, moving forward, as I said, because it's a short and sweet program portfolio that we offer MBAs for our graduate students, and this leaves us with 3 more degrees that we offer for the undergrad students. That means the students have done their +2 or 12th. The undergraduate degrees available with UCW are the Bachelor's of Commerce, BCom as we very fondly know it here in India. It is 4 years in duration, unlike India, because as you must be knowing, in US and in Canada, the undergraduate degrees normally and usually are for 4 years and not 3 years. So yes, our BCom, because it's a typical undergrad degree that gets awarded, it is 4 years in duration. The second most sought after degree that we offer is Business Communication, again 4 years in duration. This, in fact, is a very beautiful blend of 2 programs and 2 degrees. It's a blend of BBA and Media Communication put together. So it's a very interesting program, friends. Just in case if you're looking at something to do with media, journalism, or management, it's a good combination. Have a look later at the exact syllabi and course curriculum on our website. And yes, it is in fact very, very interesting. So yes, these 2 degrees are 4 years in duration. The last degree that we offer for, again, our undergrad students, not the graduate ones, is called the associate degree. This is still a degree. As I said, it's not a diploma, but it's a short-term degree program. This means it is unlike the BCom that you saw with us, which is 4 years. This degree happens to be only 2 years in duration. So in order to explain this to you in detail, it's like a liberal arts and science program. It's a general liberal arts and science degree that we offer, but it's only 2 years in duration. So just in case if you're looking at 2 years diploma somewhere, this could be an option for you. You have 8 different specializations or else streams under this degree. Like even if you're looking at hospitality and tourism, we have those. We have psychology, HR, marketing, management, so on and so forth. So yes, this also happens to be one of the most sought after degrees for the undergraduate students, and because it's 2 years in duration. So after this, again, you may just want to go ahead and complete a bachelor's. It's not mandatory. Just in case if you wish to complete a full bachelor's degree, you directly get entry into the 3rd year of bachelor's. So you're not supposed to begin the bachelor's again from year 1. So then in that case, this works as a credit transfer program. So the 2 years that you have studied do not go waste. But as I said, it's an option. It is not mandatory at all. So what happens after the degree otherwise is, because as you see, it is 2 years in duration. For that matter, all the 4 programs, be it MBA at the graduate level or the 3 undergrad degrees that we just discussed, after the completion of any of these 4 degrees, as per the Canadian immigration rules, you get a 3 years of stayback option, or you say a post-study work visa. That means any degree that you pursue with UCW at the grad and undergrad levels, you get a 3 years of post-study work visa with us. Logically, because all our degrees are minimum 2 years in duration or more than 2 years in duration. So this is very much in line with the Canadian immigration rules. Now quickly about the entry requirements for the undergrad level, the way we discussed our entry requirements for the MBAs. Here the biggest relief for our students and friends is math is not a prerequisite. So there are many colleges in Canada which will ask for math as a compulsory subject when you apply for an undergrad degree, but we are happy accepting students without math in their 11th and 12th grade. So it's very simple entry criteria. Basically, we are okay with accepting any boards. It could be open boards as well. It could be state boards, CBSE, IB, anything. We'll again just be looking at the percentages in your +2, which is 12th boards. put together with an IELTS test score. And the IELTS requirement here is exactly the same what we saw for our MBAs. That means 6.5 overall, writing 6. Anything less than this, again, you have an option. 3 months of additional English put together with your main program of applications. It's exactly the same what we discussed for MBA, guys. So this is a bit about the 4 programs that we offer at UCW and the entry requirements and the ease of admissions and transparency that you see. I will now quickly get into the admission intakes and the turnaround time and how to go about it. So this is going to be very quick. The best benefit or the biggest benefit here is our documentation list is not bothering or hassle. It's very hassle free. So it's basically a very minimal document list that we ask for from the students. So LORs or say work experience letters, nothing is required. So all the academics and passport put together with a good resume and you're good to go. However, I leave the documentation list to be discussed in detail with with each one of you later by our partners, because they work very closely with us, as I said, when we began. So they are there to guide you. And we are happy we are happy giving conditional offers as well. So just in case if your IELTS is pending or your last semester in your academics is pending, you can still apply with us. All you need to do is get in touch with the Blue Sky offices. They use an online portal with us. They'll do the applications on your behalf, and within 3 to 4, or I'll say on a safer side, 4 to 5 working days, you have the outcome on your application. So, sorry guys, if it's an offer letter, within 4 to 5 working days, you get an offer letter. So that's how you still have what we are on the 22nd till this month end, or say 7 more days this week. You have a total application fee waiver if you apply through Blue Sky. The application could be for any intake, which I'm just about to discuss now. But yes, the 150 Canadian dollars usually, which is the application fees, will be completely waived off. Now this is there till December end, just in case after December, if our management plans to extend the waiver, we'll be sure to inform all of you all. But at the moment, this entire week, or I'll say till 31st December, you have this opportunity. So you might as well take benefit of this. As I was saying, we are very good with our intakes, or I'll say we have multiple intakes a year. So we don't make you typically wait for those 6 months and you have spring and fall, but we have 4 intakes a year for all 4 programs. So in any given calendar year, you have January as the first intake, followed by April, you have July, and then you have October. So now, because January is out of question, I do understand logically, but if you want to apply to UCW, you might as well apply for April 21 or July 21 or October 21, depending upon your graduations or your situation, your circumstances. We are open for all 4 intakes, and I promise you, you'll receive your offer letters within the stipulated time limit of 4 to 5 working days. So this is a bit about the application fee waiver, which you still have for a week or so. And our trusted partners are there to guide you through the entire application process, guys. Now, as we were discussing the parameters when we started, one of which is location. Then as we saw, the ranking or the standing of the degrees matters a lot. Similarly, tuition fees or the monetary part, the budgets, it is of extreme importance, as I understand. Not only you, but your parents also will be interested in knowing about it. Now, usually there's a myth that if it's a university and if you go for degree programs, it's going to be heavy on your pockets, which is not always true. So we are very cost competitive, and I'll explain you the reverse way around. I'll first discuss the scholarships or the options that you have for scholarships, and then all of you will agree with me where I come from. Now, we are very proud of the scholarships that we offer. When I say we pride upon the scholarships, this is because we have huge fundings. So we give actual scholarships. It's not going to be a mere discount of $500 or $1,000. If you qualify for the criteria, or if you fulfill the scholarship criteria, we are happy to give you scholarships. There is no capping like first 5 or first 10 students or first 50. No, if you qualify, each student can get a scholarship. But yes, of course, there are parameters, so you have to qualify. Just in case if you do not qualify, still we are very cost competitive. If I were to give you an example for MBA first, excluding scholarships, our total tuition fees comes to 42,000 Canadian dollars. That's for 2 years put together. So imagine when you convert it somewhere around, say 21 lakhs for an entire MBA, that's excluding scholarships. Now look at the scholarships that we offer. MBA, for example, we start at $3,000 to $10,000 of scholarships. So these are slabs of scholarships that we offer basically. So 3 is the minimum amount and 10 is the maximum amount. Now, before you start wondering what are the parameters, very simple. As you see on the screen right now, one is an academic-based scholarship. So this purely means this is a merit-based scholarship. Based on your bachelor's, we assess your profiles not only for admissions, but at the same time, we assess your profiles for scholarships as well. So if you're qualified for the academic-based scholarship, we are happy to give you scholarship letters right along with your offer letters. So there as well, it's going to be 4 to 5 working days. And along with your offer letters, you will see the scholarship letters sitting in your inboxes as well, just in case you've qualified. But yes, all would not qualify. So then when you are basically preparing your funds, be ready with the full amount or keep provisions for the full amount excluding scholarships. But trust me, so many of our students get scholarships anywhere between $3,000 to $10,000. The second criteria or parameter for a scholarship is the IELTS-based scholarship, or we introduced it just this year. That is a very simple scholarship. It's a flat scholarship. There are no slabs there. It's a very simple requirement. Just in case if you happen to have 7 overall in IELTS, academic IELTS again, which I keep on stressing, no less than 6.5, you get a flat scholarship amount. So, it's $4,000, for example, for MBA. And then, there's $2,000 for the Associate of Arts. And then there's $8,000 for the 4-year degrees that we have. So these are the various parameters or 2 parameters of scholarships. And the range, as we already discussed, falls between $3,000 to $10,000 for MBA. For the BCom and the BA, which are 4 years in duration, for our undergrad applicants, it's still $20,000 of scholarships that we offer. So we begin at $8,000 to $20,000 is the amount of scholarships. Sometimes you get more than a year of your tuition fees waived off if it's an undergrad program. Because all in all put together, it's $63,000 for 4 years. So again, as I said, still we are very cost competitive. And just in case if you have any friends or cousins, or if you are looking at applying for the undergrad programs, 4-year degrees, for our April intake, we have a flat bursary of $17,400, guys. So again, you may want to take benefit of this. So whether or not you've qualified for the merit-based scholarship or the English-based scholarship, you still have a $17,400 scholarship for our forthcoming January, but which is out of question. So you may target the April intake. Now, this is only for the BCom and the BA degree, because they're 4 years in duration, do remember. But apart from that, even for the other intakes, the other scholarships that we just spoke about are always going to be there. They're permanent in nature. They're not going to go anywhere. Associate of Arts also, just 2 years in duration, $34,000 is the entire 2 years cost. Imagine. And then on top of it, again, there as well, just like the MBAs, you get up to $10,000 of scholarships. So we are excellent with scholarships, very transparent with scholarships, very clear-cut entry criteria, or I'll say scholarship criteria, and a very handsome amount and range of scholarships that we give. So all of this put together makes us very cost competitive. The second fact is, I understand most of the Indian students basically apply for education loans, and they take loans when they go abroad and study any country or probably any program. With us, your scholarships, your loans will also become easier because they are degree programs. So, it's believed it's always easier to get loans on a degree program compared to a diploma. So this also could be an additional help if you're looking at bank loans, education loans. So this is one more benefit that you have with us. And the last but not the least, again, an important aspect is what happens after graduation. So, when you invest so much of money, it's an investment, but it's a huge amount, as we agree and we understand. And then when you invest so much of time away from your parents, away from your friends, away from your home country, you need to know what are the future prospects, so what's going to happen after graduations. Now, this is something which is very interesting with UCW. See, part-time jobs is something which does not vary institute. Part-time jobs basically are there so that you can take care of your own living expenses and you don't have to burden your parents with that. So that's allowed everywhere, even with us. 20 hours per week, which is something which is very common, is there, and that is something you can avail of. Now, the most important part here I want to discuss is the post-graduation placements. So what happens is once you graduate, we have a career service center right on the campus. So they in fact help you with placements. So we assist you with the placements, or we assist you with the post-graduation placements. If I were to give you some interesting facts and figures from last year, which is 2019, friends, we literally did 100% placement. So year on year, we have been doing some fantastic placements, and we have been assisting our students with placements. So the hand-holding is not just there when you go or while you are, planning to go, but till you graduate, we assist you for your placements as well. And as I said, nothing can be more than 100%, and we were at 100% placement ratio last year. So if in fact, you're worried about your return on investments or your future prospects, again, you may not, because it again is going to be a good option for you. Again, just in case if you happen to select UCW as your preferred study destination, if all the other criteria is fulfilled, this also is taken care of. Before we move on to the Q&A session, I promised I'll keep the presentation short because I want to interact with all of you now. But I'll give you some quick IRCC updates. When I say IRCC, it means the immigration laws or the Canadian High Commission or the immigration updates. So we know how this entire year has been a very strange year to begin with, and one of its kind. So 2020 has been a unique year in all the terms and in every aspect, as you agree. So we have gone through the lockdowns and the countries were closed. So the borders, international borders were also closed. Here, the best part is since October 20th, the Canadian government has opened the borders. So that means you are free to fly to Canada. But when can you fly to Canada or any other country? When you have visas in it. So the second best update here is favoring you guys or favoring students is the VAX, which means the visa application centers have also opened since November. So the biometrics were not happening up until now. So they had this AIPs, approval in principle, till the October intake, but now the visa application centers have also opened. That means you can easily file your visas online, and then you get your biometrics appointments and you get a full visa in approval, and then you can fly off to Canada. So everything seems very positive is all I'm trying to say here. So everything has started opening up and things are getting back on track. That's what I feel, and I see a very positive 21 intake, or 21, the year of 21. So everything that was kept on hold till now, or which was on a standstill or status quo mode, is no more gonna be there. And let's all of us be very, very positive, and you may not put a hold on your aspirations or your dreams to study abroad, if it is Canada at least. And you may just want to go ahead and do your applications and then file your visas and get your visas and fly off to Canada. Even if not, so say for example, January intake, the January 21 intake, of course, there are so many students who filed their visas, but they've not got their visas. We have already started registering those students, and we, since October, or I'll say since July of 2020, we have been doing online classes. So within the security and safety of your home, you can still start studying with us online. And then when the time comes, you are free to fly to Canada. So this is a bit about the immigration updates. Though again, as I said, Blue Sky is a visa expert and they'll be able to help you in detail with it. But since all of us are on a common platform today, I thought of covering this view because of course it's of great interest and curiosity to the students. And I just thought if I can shed some knowledge on this, it will be helpful to all of you all. So I guess friends, from my end, I am done giving you all the information about UCW, the programs, the entry requirements, the most important part, which is scholarships, tuition fees, the intakes, etc., etc., etc. I'll now be happy to take questions from your end. So please do remember, no question is a silly question, and I'll try and assist you to my best. So I'm just stopping the screen sharing so I can have a look at the chat window just in case if you have put up questions there. But however, you are free to unmute your mic and ask me if you have any questions, please. So however Usha wants to go ahead, Usha, you can let me know. How do we want to go ahead with the Q&A?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mansi. So now we have we are receiving question in chat section also and question and answer also.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if you are able to read out the questions also.
Right.
Or I can read out the questions.
I can do that. Don't worry. I see this on the chat window. What will be, okay, this is a good question. So yes, just in case, if you do not have the required IELTS score, which is 6.5, writing 6, then as we said, 3 months of English, right, which is 1 semester with us. So it will cost you 4950 CAD extra. That means say $5,000, 4950 to be precise. This is about it. So that's only one question. Okay, okay, I can go on to this and check. I see some more questions here. What is the cutoff? So yeah, basically for MBA, we look into a 6.7 CGPA, a scale of 10. So guys, if you have a percentage, it varies, right? Because every Indian university uses a different grading system. So roughly, I'll say very roughly, so please do understand, it actually is on a conversion of 4.33. So what happens is wherever you apply in Canada, there's a conversion which happens. So we do it on a scale of 4.33. It has to come to 3 on the scale of 4.33. However, if you roughly look at 58% and above in bachelor's, you'll be good to go for MBAs. And similarly, if we talk about the undergrad studies or the undergrad degrees, roughly 65% and above in your 12th grade. And I'm sure in 12th boards, we score much above that. So that should not be a problem. You should be good to go. And so if it's a borderline case, I'll always say apply and try, because till we do the conversions, until our registrar gives you the decision, we will not be in a position to say. But if you have good scores, and you may not even worry, you will be guaranteed of an admission. So this is a bit about the academic requirements. Okay, so the other question is, I do not understand this very well. However, I'll try to answer. So if you flunk any subjects, of course, you have to reappear for your subjects. This holds true anywhere across the globe. So this is not just, this doesn't differ from college to college or country to country. If you fail any subjects, you may proceed to the other semester, but you have to clear the backlog, right? It's exactly how it works here in India. So you have to clear all the papers, that's for sure. Post-study work permit, yes, Vani, very much available. 3 years is the post-study work permit which is available. There is something called the Designated Learning Institute number. You may Google and you can just enter DLI. You will see UCW on the list. So it's any program that you pursue with us. You have a 3 years post-study work permit available. Campus placements. So here a student has a very interesting question. It works both ways, guys. So there are companies coming to the campus, plus it's like, you know, they'll also arrange your interviews outside the campus. So what the career services do is they work very closely with the industrial network that we have. So it happens both ways. It's not just campus placements. Is coming to the campus, and you will be also sent outside the campus for interviews. So they basically keep you informed on the you know, openings and job availabilities in the relevant field of stream with the company, and that's how, you know, the entire placement assistance takes place. So I hope I've answered that question of yours. Interesting question, Radhika. Usually 8 to 10 backlogs get accepted. So if we talk about MBAs, I'm sure in 12th you cannot have 8 to 10 backlogs, but if we talk about bachelor's, 8 to 10 gets accepted, but if a student has more than this, then the entire profile is looked into. So a holistic approach. So that means CGPA as well, and there if you have work experience, it makes a drastic difference, a tremendous difference. So, you know, there the work experience counts a lot. So as I said, it is not a mandatory admission requirement, but when you have a shortfall on your ACADS, or if your backlogs are more and you have topped it up with work experience, it will matter a lot. Huda Khan is trying to ask me if co-op is available. Sadly, no. Any of our programs are not inculcated with co-ops. Just in case if you're looking at those external scholarships during breaks and vacations, we can help you with that. But it's not included as a part of your MBA curriculum or your undergrad curriculum for that matter. Vani, this comes at a very later stage, and we'll help you with all of this when you're about to travel. So that is not appropriate to answer right now. So it changes. So for example, right now you require a travel support letter, but in future you may not require. So let's leave it to Blue Sky later when the actual time comes. extended degree acceptable? By extended, you mean if it's an external study?
No, Mansi, let me explain it for you.
Yeah.
Extended degree when the backlogs are there.
Okay,
and
got
if
it.
It is a 3 years degree and completed in maybe
Got
4
it.
to 5
Radhika,
years.
the same answer as I said, holistic approach then. So if the backlogs are more or the CGPA is less, but then the final CGPA is good. By good, I mean not the borderline required, but more than that. And then if you have work experience, you may take a try, you may apply and try. So that holds true anywhere again. So this will not stop you from taking a try. You may apply and try. So this is purely up to the registrar office then, because these are gray cases and they're not black and white, as you understand. Right. So as we already discussed by Gunjan, so this is a repeat question. I'm going to skip it. 65 and above, any board, we are okay with roughly 65 and above in 12th. Barkha GMAT is not necessary at all, not required at all. I guess Vani already has applied somewhere, right, Usha, because the question she's been asking is very much, I feel she's aware of the readiness plan and all.
No, the Vani is, thinking of going to maybe, Canada. So actually she is in touch with us only. So she is having number of questions.
Yes, no, of course, I'm happy to answer.
So uncertain, so she is having lots of questions actually.
Okay, so Vani, again, as I said, all this is not appropriate to discuss on this group because they're very specific questions. However, as far as UCW is concerned, since day one, we are on the COVID ready plan. Again, there's a website, you may go to this and check. And quarantine plan, again, it's the same answer that I can give you. So we are there to help you with your quarantine as well. At least for the January intake. I don't know about the April intake then, because you may not require being quarantined then. So as I said, very specific questions that you are seeking at, and we leave you to in good hands with Blue Sky. Okay. Okay. So if visas are refused and if you're studying online, guys, it's a full refund. So this is there since the beginning of pandemic, because again, this is as per the IRCC rules. When you lodge visas, you can always start your online studies with us. So in fact, you may not even have a visa outcome and you can begin online with us. We have lots of students doing this for January, as I said. Anytime your visas get denied, there's a full refund minus the admin costs. This is in routine. So this is not because it's that you started before the visas. This anytime since yours, every university deducts a certain amount, right? So with us, it's 250 Canadian dollars. Those are the admin costs, and only apart from that, so it's considered as a refund. You may not worry about it at all. So this is about it. Okay, so this is, see, then graduation, it's not a wage rate that you get, Gunjan, because wage rate is like, usually you have this per hour wage rate, right? Which every country has. After graduations, it's a full-time job you do. So it's like, say you're in India, or the way I'm working, or Usha is working with Blue Sky. It's a full-time job that you do. So there cannot be a minimum wage rate there. It depends on what kind of employment you seek. I can give you some facts and figures though, if this helps you. So 2019, as I said, at least with UCW, we did 100% placement, and the average starting salaries for our students were somewhere around 35 to 40,000 Canadian dollars, in a range of 35 to 40,000 Canadian dollars for 1 year. That's the CTC. That's how it is. So I hope this helps you. Barkha, as I said, math is not required at all. We don't ask for math. So you may not have math as a subject at all. And gap, again, the best part is we do not mind accepting gaps. So as I said, MBA, see, every intake, we have lots of students with 5, 7, 10, and 11 years of work experience as well. So they would have completed their graduations long back, and then, you can be working, or you may have been working, and you can then apply for an MBA. So gap, really, from admissions point of view, we do not mind at all. And yes, from visa point of view, because, you make a strong SOP and stuff, and again, our partners are there to help you with it. And you will be in good hands, and you should be good to go from visa point of view as well, I believe. Yeah. So Radhika, on the offers, depends. Like every intake, we have a particular deadline. So every offer, I will say every intake has a particular deadline. So April, you have a lot of time for example. So you worry about it. You can make arrangements and then go ahead and pay. So that should not be a problem at all. So I guess, Usha, we have taken care of all the questions, and if you want, we can wrap up, and so we leave it to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mansi. So now
Anytime.
we have lots of questions, and if there are many more questions you are having regarding anything regarding University of Canada West programs, entry requirements, or maybe any other query, you may send us. Our email IDs are given on the website, and you can anytime approach us. Mobile numbers are there, so that's not a problem at all. And so now I think, Mansi, we should wind up the session.
Sure.
Okay, and
Sure.
thank you very much, Mansi. It was
Not
quite
at all.
informative.
Anytime for you guys.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, all.
Thank
Bye
you, students.
bye. Good
It was quite interactive and I really loved interacting with you and I hope it was helpful. Do take care and have a good, pleasant evening, all of you all. Bye-bye and take care. Bye, Usha. Give my regards to
Bye-bye.
everyone there. Bye.
Sure, Mansi. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.